Hello lovelies, today I'm sharing 10 extremely wearable trends for 2026 that you can hop on right now to breathe new life in your outfits, because it's always fun to rediscover trends that you have loved in the past and that are back in style. Believe me, there's a ton. Or maybe even discover some that you've never considered. Trends are peculiar because much like the Devil Wears Prada scene where they're talking about cerulean blue and how we're not really deciding on cerulean blue, it's kind of decided for us. That is very much how the fashion world works, and trends kind of get trickled down to us. And even though I think the movie's maybe like 5 years a little late, I'm still excited to see the sequel to The Devil Wears Prada. Let me know if you feel the same. I'm Ziba and I'm so happy you're here. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more styling ideas. I love making videos to help you not only get dressed in the morning, but that make you feel beautiful and confident in your own skin. Because if you feel confident, you could do anything. The first wearable trend that I dare say might be a need for many of us is crew socks. This crew sock revival has been slowly brewing for a while. I'm sure you've seen the memes about how older people wear their socks versus younger people. And really what I think it comes down to with crew socks is that the 80s are the front and center decade of 2026. For the past couple of years, there hasn't really been a clear winner when it comes to which decade we're getting inspiration from, because we've seen a lot of pieces drawn from the 70s, 60s, 90s. In 2026, the clear winner, according to editors, is going to be the 80s. So I think a lot of this crew sock momentum was kind of born in the 80s. I remember it clearly, unfortunately. And we're not just seeing them worn like Princess Diana wore in this iconic picture of her in her biker shorts and Harvard sweatshirt, but we're seeing it with ballet flats, even heels, and of course, everyone's favorite, loafers. And if you haven't checked out my video on how to wear loafers this season, make sure to head there right after this. It's full of really helpful tips and inspiration. The second wearable trend for 2026 is denim on denim, but not in a lowbrow type of way, but very refined and polished. Pairing denim washes that are different in your separates, just a way to have the trend feel fresh and new. So if you're not going to be wearing a very tailored head to toe, like Veronica Beard type of outfit, then wearing that lighter chambray top, a deeper denim wash on the bottom, it's a great way to feel refreshed in 2026. Number 3 isn't a huge surprise because we've seen a lot of this in 2025, which is a lot of slip skirts and slip dresses. So Satin is headlining basics, so expect to see a lot more t-shirts in this fabric, button downs, and yes, still more skirts. Best of all, it's not like saving these satin pieces for that dressier occasion, but really integrating them into your everyday wear. And this trend is very wearable because it's comfortable, and it's kind of taking hold from two different movements. One, feminine dressing is predicted to be very huge in 2026. So taking a lot of power from our femininity versus using kind of more masculine inspired outfits to display that power. It's all about going feminine to the max and using that as a power move versus kind of wearing like those oversized suits and things. And the other movement is having a lot more mixed dressing when it comes to styling your dressier pieces with your more basic ones as just a way to wear more of our closet, which I'm here for. Number 4, let's talk about colors a little bit. There's two big forces. One of them is very wearable in that there's a lot of pastels in play that are not like what I call annoying pastels, like where you feel like an Easter basket, but more of like year-round muted colors like the yellows and the sky blue that I have been loving. I have so many sky blue pieces right now and I'm not hating it. And then on the other kind of like less wearable side is lots of clashing colors that are very strong, which is again a nod to the 80s coded things that we're going to be seeing coming next year. Getting back to those very wearable neutrals like butter yellow, millennial pink, and the sky blue, these are just really easy colors to pair with other neutrals, especially if you're a neutrals lover. You can raise your hand if you are, or just hit the like button and subscribe while you're at it. But these colors provide a very easy entryway into color. It's hard to do when the other trend is like clashing strong colors. Number 5, I love, it's tailored cigarette jeans. And I've seen these a lot everywhere, but one brand that I really like the cut of is the Madewell jeans. They're called, I think they're called pencil jeans. Very slender indeed, but they're not quite skinny, flattering, and very easy to style with different kinds of footwear. Something that's always in style is comfort, and I'm so excited to be working with G4 Free again. They're clothes that I really live in. If you've watched my other videos, including the vlogs, then you've probably seen that I work from home a lot in these clothes, and I also go on walks and exercise in them. They're just so comfortable and very low maintenance, which is really key when you have other things to do with your time. You don't want to have high maintenance clothing. This is machine washable. This fabric doesn't catch on anything, it doesn't pull, it doesn't pill, and they're always so silky soft. They feel so good on my body. They feel good to the touch, amazing to travel in. And if you're a traveler, they're great to put in your suitcase. They don't wrinkle. And I'm actually wearing this gorgeous polo, such a classic and also a huge trend for 2026. The preppy aesthetic is everywhere. Even people and brands that haven't done it before are doing it right now. Just that return to sporty looks that has kind of been in and out of the picture for the last couple of years that I think is here to stay, because realizing that this aesthetic is really stylish and also very functional. You've seen these trousers before. They look like real pants and they just simply do not feel like it. So I love wearing these pants in so many different occasions, whether it is to go on a run. For a lot of us that don't have an office to go to, they're really easy to sit in. And then when you have something to do or when you have people stopping by, you're not like quickly trying to like find something to wear because these are so polished. But on the other hand, if you do have some place to go for work, if you're going to a lovely office building, then these pants are more than appropriate and nobody will know the difference. This is in the denim blue and I was so happy to find it because I've had such a love affair with this color this season. This is a funnel neck that's also a zip up and some really fun detailing right on the sleeve. This is such a great piece to layer over a t-shirt or a turtleneck. Oh, I love it. This is so fun. Also, this would look amazing with white trousers for winter. I think winter whites are where it's at. And if you've been on a health kick like me, I have been on a 360 health kick, from cleaning out my pots and pans to changing the way I do laundry, so many things. G4 Free is made with Oeko-Tex, which embraces very strict guidelines on how you make your clothes. When you're Oeko-Tex approved, you have to be making your clothes very responsibly, toxin free, which is so important. I think we don't even really fully grasp how many of our clothes are made in a way that is not the best for our health. These are not only Oeko-Tex, but they are certified Oeko-Tex 100, which means that they are also made sustainably with keeping very strict guidelines in mind. Just kind of a win-win all around. Phenomenal price, Oeko-Tex certified, easy return policy, low maintenance, super comfortable, and timeless. So I hope you check them out. Number 6, I'm here for because I've been talking about it all fall. It's Faux Fur trimmed anything. I have gone overboard with this in hats and coats, and it's just a wonderful way to add glam to any outfit. And again, this goes back to wearing your dressy pieces with your more casual ones. Adding on that faux fur scarf or choosing to wear a faux fur trimmed jacket with a jogger set or just anything is a great way to have more fun with fashion and feel a little dressier without inconveniencing yourself, without being uncomfortable. Let me know what you think about the continuation of this trend. Even tempted to get these moon boots that have a faux fur. I really am. I don't know whether to get the black or the white ones. I love the way the white would look, but I'm afraid I'm going to spill coffee all over them because that's me. And then the black ones, I'm not sure that the fur pops as much. But number 7 are strong pendant necklaces. These are projected to be so huge in 2026. And I think overall, as somebody who's a layered necklace person, having that one statement necklace just makes your life easier, and you can pick something that really speaks to you, which is very much on trend to having style be true to you and have creativity over neutrality. So instead of kind of blending into everything and wearing what everybody else is wearing, like picking that one piece that means a lot to you, and whether that is like a bold initial or your favorite gemstone or like even like your zodiac sign. I'm a Gemini, by the way. Let me know what you are. I don't get too crazy into that stuff, but I am a Gemini right on the Cancer cusp, and I gotta say that I overthink like a Gemini does, and I overfeel as a Cancer does with nearly everything. So it's amazing I can execute anything at all. Number 8 are polos, and this isn't exactly new. What is new is that so many brands that aren't historically doing preppy or kind of like that heritage dressing like Ralph Lauren tends to do and Tommy Hilfiger and Tory Burch, but even brands like Prada are kind of jumping on the bandwagon of, oh yes, we can do preppy too. So this is a huge signal that sporty luxe is here to stay, and the polo is the most wearable way to do it because it goes with so many different bottoms. And it's really flattering as well. The neckline is a great way to use as a layer or to, again, have one of those pendant pieces showing. The V-neck in general is very elongating. So these are pieces that you might already have in your closet or that you might want to add in a different color this upcoming year. Number 9 for the wearable trend you want to hop on is bold patterns and animal prints, which is an extension of 2025 because I tell you, this was a year of tartan and plaid. It was everywhere. I have so much of it. It's almost embarrassing, but I really like it. And hey, my last name is Scottish, even though I am not at all. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. On the other hand, tartan tends to feel very refined and luxurious and really easy to wear, also in a casual way, like a plaid button-up shirt and things like that. But then on the other hand, we have kind of the more gaudy, like animal prints, which are just fun. As you can see here, my little vintage faux fur sticking out there. And I call it vintage because it's very old. It's just by a high street brand, so nothing fancy there, but I love it. And I think you just have to be strategic with animal print. Start small, start with a headband, start with a little scarf, maybe wrapped around your purse, just to have that little pop. And then when you're ready to kind of move on, go to your shoes. Start incorporating the cow print or zebra print or whatever in your shoes. I will say that I did get a cow print dress this fall. And you know when you have your outfit in your mind and it doesn't quite like end up like the way you pictured it? That's kind of how I felt. Like I felt very chic. I got so many compliments. When I saw pictures, I was just like, wow, like that's a loud print. And I wasn't at Fashion Week. I was just like down the street at a neighborhood jewelry party. So I don't know if I regret it. I think I have to wear it to a couple more things. And now that I have it, like I will force myself to wear it. But it's one of those things where cow print, I felt comfortable in because I had a cow print coat that I loved and have worn so much over the last 4 to 5 years. So I was like, okay, I must be ready for a cow dress. And that didn't quite like land the way I thought it would. For number 10, we have the sheer layers. These are very wearable because they are wonderful ways to sometimes wear shirts that you don't want to wear. Like if you are not confident about your arms and you don't wear camisoles or slip dresses, then having that sheer top underneath is not only really trendy and can look very stylish, but it also is a great way to kind of camouflage your insecurities and have you feel a lot more confident in these pieces. Also strategically, like putting on that sheer layer over that satin cami that we were talking about before, and then maybe bringing a blazer over it. It starts to become really fun and layered. Much like advanced layering is set to be a big trend for 2026, and we've started to kind of see its way make into 2025 already, with everybody having a point of view on layering and definitely trying to infuse your personality into what you choose to add to your outfit. Because we all know the layering of putting like the sweater over our blazer and having it look very preppy. But what we've seen over in the runways is shirts over sweaters and bold collars sticking out of different tops and having those collars sold separately so that you have that pop to any outfit. Let me know about what you think about 2026 trends in general, if you're going to be wearing any of these. Because winter is here, very easy to look frumpy. So check out my video on different ways that you might be looking frumpy and how to instantly fix it. I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.